Hello class. For today's lesson, we'll be looking at the functions or the features of MS Word 2007. Yesterday we learned about MS Word 2007. We went through the procedures on how to launch this application on the computer. And we also saw some features of MS Word 2007 window. For today, we'll be looking more at the functions of these features or elements in MS Word 2007. Yesterday, we made mention of some of the elements such as the title bar, the standard toolbar, the formatting toolbar, the menu bar, the document or the working area, the zoom location, we have the view button, we have the status bar, and so on. So for today, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to be familiar with the functions or the features of MS Word 2007. So we'll begin with the first bar, which is the title bar. When you talk about the title bar is the topmost bar that is seen on most Windows. So in Microsoft Office 2007, the topmost bar is what we refer to as the title bar. So the function of this bar is to display the name of the application being run on the computer. Then it also displays the name of the file, assuming that document is being saved. Whenever it's opened, the name of that document is being displayed on the title bar. And the third one, it also contains the control box or the Windows tool, which is used to minimize, maximize, and close a running window or a running application. Now the next one is the Office button. The Office button. It has moved more to the other side. So the Office button replaces the File tab that we normally see in other documents or other word processes. So the function of this button is to open, save, and print documents, and also perform other document output function. So similar to the commands we have under the file menu. Then we have the other function. It's also used to create documents, export documents to other formats. So that's the function of the Office button. Now the next one is the document area or the working area. So as the name appears, we have working area, meaning that's the side or the part where the typing is done. So the document area is just a blank white page seen in MS Word 2007 window or any word processor. So its main function is to allow the user to create a document by typing. When we say a document, we are referring to a file that contains text, numbers, letters, charts, or images. Or we can say that a document is a file created by using a word processing application. Now the next one, we have the insertion point. The insertion point is a vertical line that we normally see blinking on the document area. And the main function of this bar indicates where a text will be typed or will be entered within the document area. So whenever you open a word processor, at the location where we have the blinking vertical bar, that means that's the place where the typing will begin when the user starts to type on the keyboard. Now the next one is the mouse pointer. And I hope you all know what a mouse pointer is. In MS Word 2007 or other word processors, the mouse pointer looks similar to that of the insertion point, but it has a horizontal line below and one above. So that's how it appears in the document area. The main function of this pointer is to allow the user to move the insertion point from one location to another. And it also helps to highlight and select text within the document or the working area. It's also used to click on commands within the MS Word 2007 window. So assuming you want to perform any action by clicking on the command, either on the standard toolbar or on the formatting toolbar, you just drag the mouse pointer to it and click. The next one, we have the vertical and the horizontal scroll bar. So as the name appears, we have scrolling. So these bars can be seen at the right side. That's the vertical one, can be seen at the right side of MS Word 2007 window. And the horizontal one can be seen at the bottom of the document area. So the function of the vertical scroll bar is to move the page, that's the working area, up and down in order to view the content if some are hidden. Then the horizontal one is used to move the document area either from the right side to the left side or from the left side to the right side in order to view other content within the document area. At the next one, we have the vertical and the horizontal rulers. So we have rules too in Microsoft Office Word. And the function of this rule is to set the margins at the top side or at the bottom side, or either at the left and the right side. So for the vertical ruler, it is mainly used to set the top and the bottom margin of the document area. Then the horizontal one is to set the left and the right margin of the document area or the page. When you say a margin, we are referring to the space at the edge of the document to where we have the intersection point. That's where the text will begin. So that space is what we refer to as margins in word processors. Next one, we have the menu bar. The menu bar is the bar that's located under the title bar, and it contains most of the tabs that we see in word processors, something like home, page layout, insert, reference, view, review, mailing, and so on. So all these tabs can be located on the menu bar. So whenever you open a program or a word processor, the bar which contains these tabs are what we refer to as the menu bar. So let's look at the function of the menu bar. It contains the menus or the tabs that are clicked to display a list of commands used in the creation of documents. So the menu bar contains menus or tabs that when one clicks, it gives a menu of that tab which contains a list of commands for creating a document. And we have the next one to be the status bar. The status bar is located below the horizontal scroll bar. The function of this bar is that it displays information about the current document. So some of the information we can see on the status bar include the current page number, column number, current section number, line number, total pages, and etc. And this bar contains all this information. Whenever you start to type within the application, we normally see the page number appearing on the bar below the document area. So that bar is referred to as the status bar. Now the next one, we have the formatting toolbar. So as the name appears, I hope you know what formatting is. We learned that formatting in word processors means changing the appearance of a text within a document. So the formatting toolbar can also be located below the menu bar and is beside the standard toolbar. So the main function of this bar is that it consists of tools that can be used to select and change the appearance of text within a document. At the next one, we have the standard toolbar. The standard toolbar can also be located below the menu bar and is beside the formatting toolbar. The function of this bar is that it contains quick access tools which can be used to perform frequently used commands or operations. So we have something like copy, cut, and paste on this particular toolbar. Now the next one, we have the view button. The view button. The view button is located at the right side of the status bar and is close to the zoom. So that is the position of the view button. The main function of this button is to select the layout of the document. So examples of the command that can be seen on the view buttons are, we have web layout view. So when this is being clicked, it will change the page to a web layout view as we normally see on browsers. Then we have the outline view, reading layout, print layout, and the normal view. So we have all these commands on the view button. Whenever each of them is clicked, it changes the display of the document area into a different mode. At the next one, we have the zoom. Now I hope you know what zoom is. Zoom is to either enlarge or decrease the size of a screen, or let's say an object. So the zoom is located at the right corner of the status bar. Its main function is to increase or decrease the size of the document area or on the page where the typing is done. Now we have a picture of how the Microsoft Office 2007 window looks like, and as we can see on the screen, we have all the features that we stated earlier. So we have here to be the Office button, which contains the Office logo. Now the bar over here containing the tabs is what we refer to as the menu bar. Then when we come here, we have another bar over here having the icons for cut, copy, format printer, paste. That bar is referred to as the standard toolbar. Then the white sheet or the blank area over here is what we refer to as the document area. Then we can see a ruler on top here with divisions. That one is called the horizontal rule. Then beside it we have the vertical rule. Now when we come here, we have a scroll bar. This one is the vertical scroll bar. Then at the bottom we can see some layout over there. When you come below, we have some layout over there. That's the Office, so the view button. So as you can see, we have different commands on it, as we mentioned earlier on. Then at the bottom over here, we have the zoom, which is used to increase or decrease the size of the page. Then we have the status bar. So as you can see, we have page 1 of 1, west, insert, and the rest. So that one is the status bar. Then at this side, we have the formatting toolbar, which contains the tools to change the appearance of the text. So that's all for today. We'll end here. But before you leave, you should do this exercise and submit on your website. So the first question is, write down 5 features of MS Word 2007 and state their function. So you state 5 features of MS Word and state the function of each. So in all, you'll be having 5 elements or features of MS Word at the same time, a function each. Then 2, state 2 commands seen under the Office button. So I said the Office button is similar to that of the File tab on the menu bar. So the command that can be located under the File menu, you write the same thing for the Office button. Then question 3, what is a document? We explain what a document is. So you just write the definition for document. So that's all for today. Meet you again next week, Tuesday. But before that, you should prepare for next lesson. That is saving and resaving documents in MS Word 2007. I hope most of you are familiar with other versions of word processors or Microsoft Office Word. And I hope you have been saving files on your computer. So I want you to go again and go through the steps on how to save and resave documents, so that it will make it easier for you to understand next week's lesson. Thank you and stay safe. Bye.